so real to me.
I would never want my children having a father like you.
It was terrible.
I would rather chew glass and wash it down with a bag of hair than lose.
STD testing. I was laying on a bed in a hotel room having blood drawn from my arm.
But the good news is, if you want to sleep with someone right after they were on The Bachelor or Bachelorette, you can guarantee that they will not have an STD. Because we go through very, very extensive STD testing, drug testing, and psychiatric testing, which makes you wonder how some crazy contestants like Ashley had slipped through the cracks.
Like, honestly, I am who I am.
We meet with Dr. Selden, the show psychiatrist. Sometimes I wonder, is she looking for people that are like slightly crazy, but not like insane?
The waves were like 10 foot. So the entire boat, the producers, the cameramen are all getting seasickness. We were talking, kind of having a romantic moment on the bow of that ship. One of the producers, we heard him puking off the side of the boat. So then the classic moment where the Bachelor and the date jump off the side of the boat. I didn't want to do it. She didn't really want to do it. So we jumped off. Those waves were so rough that I was holding onto the boat, trying to help Whitney get into the boat. And I had my arm around the ladder, and the wave lifted the rear end of the boat out of the water. Literally felt like my shoulder was going to get ripped off.
There's actually a family that lives there, and they will move out and the show films, and then they move back in. I did a tour of the house one day, and I was like, you know, what are these rooms? And one of the producers was like, oh, that's the little girl's room there.
I hope that they like sanitize that place after the season ends, because there is a lot of hooking up that goes on, especially in Bachelor Pad. People were literally hooking up everywhere.
I don't have the best memory in the world, so those rose ceremonies were pretty brutal. There were times when I would say the girl's name, and then they would walk out of the lineup, and I would be looking over here, and she'd come out of here, and I would go, oh, there you are.
I remember Andy would read 2 or 3 names, and then he would leave the room.
Allie would go out there, read 2 or 3 names, and leave. But then later on, she told me, she's like, I knew everyone's name I wanted to keep, but they like you to leave as well, because then it causes people to stand there and like look at the camera like, they picked me, nervous.
Obviously, Ashley asked.
Every person you meet is like an onion. You cut them, but when you cut them, you peel them back. And what you do is you peel them back layer by layer.
The onion girl, she probably takes the cake. She appears to be the weirdest.
Yeah.
I don't think she's, you know, straight up crazy. I think she's just got a little quirkiness to her. The show got to her a little bit.
With Allie, her and I just never had a connection. When you spend a couple hours a day, 2 days a week, it's hard. At the rose ceremony, I was like, hi, I'm Chris. She's like, hi, I'm Allie. I'm like, you should probably give me a rose, because I haven't hung out with you yet, but we're both from Massachusetts. I think we get along.
I had no time with Andy, and then I go on this horrible 2-on-1 date, leaving me on a helicopter pad, and I'm supposed to be like fighting for why I should stay. I'm like, I don't even know this guy at all.
We weren't in love, but we were in like. I think we both knew that I was kind of like a forced second place. I wrote a note and I wanted to leave, but I couldn't leave because Frank had just left.
That's why I feel like I'm not myself. Like, I feel like out of touch with like my feelings.
That's why at the end, Allie didn't try to see if I was going to propose. She sent me home. She knew that I wasn't going to do it anyways. I just don't like, I'm here for the right reasons.
What are the right reasons?
I'm not here to make friends.
It like makes me cringe.